Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. This is a quick sneak peek of what's to come in this video. So last weekend was the first weekend of spring in Toronto, and of course we got a huge snowstorm. So I thought there'd be nothing better than to pull out a bike, clear off the snow, and head out to find a nice scene along the waterfront. This is where I ended up choosing. There was a bench, I had a nice coffee with me. There was enough visual interest in the foreground, and then of course the skyline beyond. So I cracked open my sketchbook. These are all sketches. I have previous videos, so if you're interested, please check them out on my channel. So to begin, I started with a very quick thumbnail sketch, just laying out the major composition elements, sketching out the figures in the foreground, the rocks, the CN Tower. You can make out the lake, some very quick value suggestions as well. And I didn't notice this till after, but a plane actually flew by, and I put that in the thumbnail sketch. I unfortunately forgot about it in the main sketch. I would have liked to have that element. I think it would have been fun. So I start with pencil and just quickly block things out on the full sketchbook now. My hand going in front of the camera is me measuring the drawing. So I used the distance from the shore to the city as kind of the main blocking element, and based the measurements of the drawing based on that distance. And the sun was nice and warm. My hands were warm for most of it. In the end, I decided it'd be too cold to try to watercolor on location, so I finished with the pen work here, but then go home for the watercolor. I haven't figured out exactly how to do camera work the best. I find some of the shots from when I hold the camera very close to the sketchbook are great, but it distracts me from the actual act of drawing, where I mounted the camera kind of on the bench behind me, and it allowed me to just focus on the drawing. Unfortunately, it's not the best camera angle, so it'll be a mixture here. I'm back home now, so I have a better setup. And I've been watching some tutorials on watercolor, so I decided to wet the page first to try to help get gradients. So I wanted to establish the gradient for the water, nice and dark near the city, and then fading towards the foreground. And I think I was fairly successful. I would have liked the gradient to sort of diminish in thickness towards the right of the drawing. And I think the paper had dried too much when I tried this gradient. And so overall, I think it was okay, the sky and the water together. And I block in the rocks with a very dark tones. And there's really nice contrast between the rocks and the snow. Unfortunately, you'll see soon, I hit the wrong button on my camera, took photos instead of video, so it missed the middle portion of this where I'm adding texture to the skyline and to the edge of the lake. So apologies for missing that portion of the video, and now I'm just finalizing things, adding some stronger lines to clarify some edges of the drawings, and I did add a little bit of specks. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for tuning in.